Welcome to Rampant Splash. This is the gaming channel of laughing, learning, absurdity, and skill building. I've been building my skills at a little bit of voice acting, audio production, video production, lighting. But where's the splash? The splash is here with my friend Chris. And we're doing a commentary, and you're 12 episodes deep, plus some bonus episodes. So hopefully you're in for the long haul because it's about to get bumpy.
That's right.
We've got some political turmoil. We've got some teenage drama. We also have a collectible card game that we're really fond of. So
that's the most important thing.
Yeah. You can see on the screen that I titled this episode Confrontations, which seemed very pithy in a trite kind of way. But that's where we're at. We're having lots of confrontations. Chris, whenever you are ready, why don't you jam that play button?
Boom.
We'll get this confrontation on the road. We'll get it started.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember anything about this. I remember the end of this. I don't remember going into a sewer at all. So,
yeah.
Which I believe is where we left off.
Yeah, we climbed down into the sewer, and then I decided it was time to just use the save point and move on to the next episode. So here we are.
You know, I want to know General Caraway's story.
Right?
I want to play a game where he's the protagonist. He has a house with secret doors in it. He is a military leader planning a violent coup d'etat against a despot.
There is actually some General Caraway lore hidden in the game that I found in the last episode in the last episode that I recorded, which is
really
coming up soon for us.
Huh.
And it's really was like, oh, I forgot all about that, and it blew my mind. Yeah, he's great. What a character. So here I'm just trying to make sure. I know that I'm about to go into some boss battles here, and I want to make sure that the GFs are doing what they should be doing. It's another one where you have to you press up to go up to the ladder, but once you're on the ladder, if you press up, it'll take you off the ladder. It's actually switched.
Not an elegant design, yeah.
They fixed that by the year 2000.
For the year 2000, we didn't even know what arrows were.
No.
Didn't even invent them yet.
They were invented by Stanley Arrow in March of 2000. It was revolutionary. Stanley Arrow.
It's pronounced Arrow.
Yeah. Oh shit, here we go. Chris, I have so much to say about these dancers. We should wait. I have
the
so
Cirque du Soleil people in front there, like
what? Now's our chance. Come on. I forgot that I do voice acting in this. Renoir might die. Totally ripping off a Michael Jackson video for that one. That is 100% Thriller. But that's a weird moment that I think maybe they could have excluded. Like, you just run right past her. I mean, they just ran right past her. And she didn't notice.
Oh, there you go.
Looks like an entrance to a sewer. It has nothing to do with our mission. You still want to go down? There's a reason for this. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see in a moment.
This has nothing to do with our mission. But there's a dog fancy magazine down here. Yeah, I don't remember anything about sewer crap.
Good.
This is
good. I'm gonna be spending a lot of this episode eating my words about the mazes. I went on a tirade when we were in the Tomb of the Unknown King. I went on a tirade about how they used judicious mazes in this game, and they were all really straightforward. And I forgot.
A lapse in judgment here.
Yeah, I forgot all about this. Also, the prison is a giant maze, sort of.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, we have all those things, don't we? Huh. Fancy that.
It's a big deal. It's third level weapons for a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of Irvin's limit breaks yet. But actually, I don't think we've seen him in combat yet, right?
No, we haven't seen him in combat. This is his first. I gave him the brothers though. He's not gonna limit break that often. He's gonna be our tank. Because the brothers are a defensive Guardian Force.
Irvin's limit, if you are spec'd to exploit it, can be maybe the second best limit in the game. I mean, it can really.
Wow, I don't think I ever did that. Oh, I forgot to junction.
Yeah, his
My bad.
He has ammo for his limits, and you start with like normal ammo and shotgun ammo, I think. And the shotgun ammo just hits everything, and the normal ammo hits one target.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a button mash minigame, where there's like a tempo to it, and each ammo has a different tempo. So like shotgun ammo, the tempo is slower, but you're getting a wider output.
See,
later in the game, you can refine things called pulse ammo, where he turns his gun into like a laser beam, and it does thousands of damage a shot.
So this is my bias, I guess against Irvin or that limit break. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that thing about the rhythm.
Yeah. I usually ran Squall, Quistis, and Irvin.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean if you master the timing of pulse ammo, you can, I think, get 5 or 6 shots off, each one of which does 5,000 or 6,000 damage. But pulse ammo is unique. Like you can't.
There's only a few ways to get it.
Yeah, you can't buy it. You can refine it, but you can only refine it out of items that are extremely scarce. So there's essentially a finite amount of pulse ammo.
Well, and you have to use like 10 of the pulse ammo in the game to make Squall's best weapon, I think.
Yeah. But and that's well worth it. You get way more return on investment doing that. But whatever pulse ammo you have left, if you're shooting it out of his shotguns at the end of the game, it pays dividends.
Nice.
It ends boss battles in a single stroke. I mean, it's a crazy amount of damage.
Yeah, in this playthrough, he's going to be a tank. Also, Quistis is going to be a tank, so we probably won't see much blue magic either. But
I don't know if they have a lot of HP, it makes it.
It's true. There's a bigger range in which they are yellow. Yeah, no, that's true.
It depends on how you let their HP deplete.
Yep, that's a good point. I had a thought here when I was playing this a little bit that like they're these killing machine child soldiers, but like they took their time to really like safely climb those crates, and like if this was a different genre, they would be doing backflips up and over the thing.
Right.
Like if they were Jedi in the Star Wars universe, or if they were magical girl anime characters, they just turn into glitter and be on top of the building. But no, they climb like real human beings, just like one foot at a time. This poor guy spent his whole life trying to get and hold on to a dictatorial grasp over this nation. He makes one bad deal and then gets lit on fire.
Hey. Our priority is to save Renoir.
I forgot where she was. It's just like,
isn't she just kind of lying out here? Like,
I thought, yeah, that was my second thought, was you have to come out here, but she's not. She's in the back room.
She skipped speech. Hey.
Yeah, they don't let you, fortunately.
There's a bunch of kind of wonky details about this mission, because like you have been visually exposed a number of times. Like, right.
Yeah.
Yes. That's right. I forgot about this. It has been a little while since we recorded the last episode, so I forgot that these guys existed.
Blizzard guys, yeah.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. For my limit break, shot. Pull the trigger with R1. Got it?
Ooh. Oh, that's right. You said you're going to give Carbuncle to Renoir, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Spell. Asuna is so good.
It's the only, in this game, it's the only status removing spell, and it just removes all of them. I was thinking about this right when I was playing this part. If I were designing this game, I would have 2 status removing spells, I think, and then have tiers of statuses. Like the first one removes poison, blind, and silence, and then the second tier 1 removes everything.
Holy cow.
I don't know why it one hit killed that guy. I don't know.
I mean, these things must be weak against.
I think
Earth,
they're. I
right?
think they are weak against Earth. Yeah.
That's really good design, though, right? Because you had to go through a lot of trouble to get brothers. Those
Yeah.
guys are optional.
Yeah.
So they immediately put a return from your, the risk that you took and your investment of time and energy.
You're not wrong. And actually, Carbuncle has a similar trajectory here in the story.
I was scared. Really, really scared. It's over now. I was scared. I was really, really scared. You're used to battles, aren't you? I couldn't. I just couldn't. Squall, I couldn't fight alone.
Oh, you are not ready for all of this.
You better get going.
God, he's cold.
Yeah, he's cold.
I haven't forgotten your order. Just stay close to me.
All right, now you can give her
Yeah.
Guardian Force, right? Because she
Yeah.
doesn't have one yet.
No, she does not. This is the first time we've seen her in battle, and this is the first time we've had someone junctioned. We've had all the characters junctioned. So this is a monumental step in the right direction.
Oh yeah, Carbuncle's got a lot of really neat stuff. Counter is really good.
Counter is what you would do if you paired it, like if you gave it to Squall,
Yeah.
and you paired it with one of the heavy hitter GFs. For her, it's not as important.
Oh, and she has 3 ability slots there, so that's a function of Carbuncle.
Yes, that's one of his abilities that he comes with natively. But you can't really take advantage of it at this point in the game, but
No, but
boy,
later,
later on.
Nice. Yeah, it lets you really do weird things later when you have more passive abilities than you can possibly use. Having an extra slot is really really good.
Yeah, 100%.
So you're sharing magic here, but here's a good spot where like refining items down to beef up her stock is really good.
I think I blanked on that because in the last episode 11, I did a bunch of refining,
Oh yeah.
but I didn't give it to her. But she wasn't on my radar.
Urban Caneus, it's in your hands now.
Another great animation.
Huh? Why'd you get all quiet? Oh, you must be concentrating.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
Loneliness of the sharpshooter. I guess he has a point. Can't hear anything from in here. What's going on with the parade, I wonder? Cypher. So he's alive. Cypher's alive. He was in the parade with the sorceress. What does it mean? Who knows? If I were to face the sorceress directly, I would have to go through Cypher. Well, that's the way it goes as a seed. You can't choose your enemies. I may end up killing Cypher.
Her animation here is great.
Great, right?
You both prepared, right? That's the kind of world you live in. You've had a lot of emotional training. But, of course, I'd rather it not happen. It's all up to Irvin. Huh? Oh, he's freaking out. Don't tell him you're getting the jitters. I can't do it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's a weird tempo, right? Like,
They,
I get what they're doing. They're kind of going back and forth, but
there's definitely
You're
a
like
rising and falling tension here.
right.
Yeah.
Whoa, these guys carry life. That's really good.
Yeah, that kind of changes the game, actually.
Yeah. So you're at the end of disc 1 here.
Yeah.
And you're getting access to the stuff that's going to make the rest of the game really transformation. Certain spells, certain abilities, or find items, cards, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And how many discs is this game again, Glenn?
It's 4. Although the 4, well, I don't know why you're laughing. Though the 4th disc is just
It's
the
just
final
the end game. Yeah.
It's the final castle. Yeah. Oops. Oh, this is a fun moment, I think. Oh, no. Never mind. Yeah, so when I was talking about the maze at the Tomb of the Unknown King, I was saying that most RPG mazes are kind of simple and you know, there's three ways to go, and one of them has a treasure chest, and one of them has the exit, and one of them is empty, and that's basically it. And I was saying that in this game they've foregone a lot of that.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot about this part.
They had a lapse in judgment.
I had a lapse in judgment. This maze really is just a maze. And it's one where things look mostly alike, so they use that same trick again. So they're kind of repeating themselves. This one actually, it has some unique features though, and it kind of incentivizes you to draw your own map, which I didn't do here. But you can.
I've been getting a lot of practice in map making, playing that 5th Ed game.
Oh yeah. Are you keeping a hand drawn one as you play?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I actually should take another picture of it and post it in the group's Slack channel, because yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. Like it's a module, right? But it's a dungeon crawl. So like,
Yeah.
we only see where we are. So I decided really early on, like, wait a minute. Like after the first session and a half, about halfway through the second session, I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus, this place is huge, and we're not going to know our ass from a hole in the ground. if we're not keeping track at some point.
I'm surprised to hear that because so for background, I sometimes sit in on these sessions and I watch from the safety of my home. But I'm not a player. I put it on in the background and I listen to my friends play D&D. And I assumed, because I've seen the whole map, because I was given
that's right. Yeah,
privileged. Ben, the DM, made a token for me so that I could wander around the map and look at what's happening. So I've wandered around and looked at most of the map.
Yeah.
I assumed that once you explored something, it was revealed to you.
No.
Oh.
No, like I only see, like, my character is running a light spell on her violin bow, and I only see, I don't know how many squares that is, like 10 squares out.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like whatever's behind me is gone. Whatever's in front of me isn't there. You know, like
wow.
It's so I've started drawing like a Zork style map where like I'll draw like rooms. It's just like simple boxes and then lines joining together. Like I'm not doing a true like one-to-one map with all the squares on it.
Right.
Pointless. Yeah. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've been looking forward to this game. I'm like irrationally excited to play this game every single day because I haven't played. I've played in other like tabletop games, like other people run 7th Sea and stuff like that, but I haven't played D&D in like 12 years, something like that.
Yeah.
I've run it, but I haven't played it, so it's a lot of fun.
And dungeon crawls have there's a real specific itch that they scratch.
Oh yeah.
I played, for the last time I played at Dungeons and Dragons was like in 2009, and I played 4th Ed, which people complained about, but it was just a tactics game.
Mm-hmm.
Just like any map based tactics game that you would play on the computer, but you could play it with your friends. And that for me scratched that itch real good. I mean, I got bored of it after a year, but
yeah, 4th Ed is a good tactical game. Like, but you have to know what you're signing up for. And I think they just kind of turned that corner a little too sharp. Like people are used to D&D being a little bit more narrative, not as much as a lot of other games are narrative. But
I find it a little sad that they didn't run them parallel. That like there's two different versions of D&D. There's D&D Tactics and there's D&D Story. And you obviously can mix elements of them, but for the most part, if you want to play a tactics game, you play tactics, and if you want to play a story game, you play story. Because they complement each other and they meet the needs of different audiences.
Yeah.
But
it's always the weird thing in any tabletop game is like there's the gamer types and the like theater types. And I'm more of a theater type. I like to game things out and like play with numbers and goof for the character sheet. But I will forego all of that for the sake of character and plot and stuff. Yeah. Part of that's just my sympathies to the DM.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
You just got Meteor? Whoa, what?
Yep. Sorry, I'm just gonna interrupt just for this one effect. Casting Meteor three times Meteor.
Oh my God, Glen. Yikes. Okay, so I didn't know this was a thing.
Yep.
So you know how earlier? Jesus, this one's over, huh?
Well, hold on.
You do it twice more.
3 times.
Jesus.
So here's the thing: those shadowy guys have a magic counterattack, which I forgot all about.
You better hope they're dead, huh?
Yeah. Well, no, it's when they die. They have a death trigger.
Oh, yikes.
If you kill them with magic. This is what I totally forgot until I was doing this playthrough. And right about here, I remembered. If you kill them with physical damage, they just die. If you kill them with magic, they have a counterattack.
Whoa. All right.
Also, they have faces.
Oh, that's not that bad. And he's dead. Okay. Yeah, I mean, as long as I don't hit selfie with that, that's
Yeah, right.
easy
You
peasy.
were saying sympathies with the DM.
Oh yeah, I like you were mentioning earlier, like I'm running the game most of the time. Like 3 out of 4 games that our group plays, I'm running it, which I like doing it, and I don't want to sound like I mind it, but I usually prefer doing that, and the group seems to like it well enough. But I like playing every once in a while. And
Yeah, right.
This dungeon crawl has been really good. Like I just want to mash monsters and throw around quips and stuff. It's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm a player when I'm playing that I will do things that I know as a DM will benefit the story progression or
Yeah.
enhance like the narrative or mystery or something like that. Like I'll play a technically less than optimal build or individual scene or whatever just because I know it's better for the story.
Yep.
We have a bunch of people like that in our group, though. I mean,
Yeah, the last time I played in one of your games was 2016 or 17. I was playing a thief who stole a cursed item knowing that it was cursed because that's exactly what the thief would do. And I believe I turned into an undead. Did I get... I wasn't a vampire. Was I a lich?
it was, yeah, it was kind of a weird situation. You were like a sort of fake lich kind of thing.
Yeah.
You had the like attributes of one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That was a suboptimal choice, but I regret nothing.
Exactly. A good example of this is a long time ago I played, and by that I mean about 10 years ago, I played in a mixed World of Darkness game where the players could play. This was like the new World of Darkness when that first came out.
Yeah.
Where the games meshed together on purpose a little bit better than the older World of Darkness stuff did.
Right.
So people could play like a werewolf or a vampire or a mage or whatever. I was playing a mage, and we had a werewolf in our party, and a changeling in our party, and a mortal. And
one of these things is not like the other, but let's move past that.
It was set in World War II, and I was playing a very impulsive character. I was playing a mage, and the changeling was like a grumpy old man. And there came a point where we had to deal with goblins, like people from the Fey realm, that make like really shady deals. Like their whole thing is like monkey's paw deals with people and like tricking them into getting lost in the hedge and getting taken by a true Fey and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when we start our dealings, the changeling pulls the whole group aside and says, "Listen, guys, no matter what you do, don't take anything from a goblin. Don't buy, sell, trade, beg, or steal anything.
Yeah.
Ruin us." And then, like, smash cut, literally 30 seconds later, we all break into individual, like, we split the party up to do our individual stuff in this, like, goblin market.
Yeah.
So smash cut to literally 30 seconds later. My character is going up to a goblin saying, "How much do you want for that?" And then using awakened magic to like fake an item that he says that he wants and giving it to him, knowing that within an hour the thing is going to dissolve into like magical quintessence.
Yep.
And it will be nothing to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically stole an item from him. But
You know,
I did it because it was the right thing to do.
it was
By
the
right, I mean wrong.
It was the storied thing to do. I just want to point out that they took the time to make a battle screen for the stairwell, which they didn't have to do. I think it's lovely.
Right.
I really
Could
do.
have just been in the sewer,
Yeah.
and anybody with any experience playing JRPGs would not have batted an eye.
Nope.
This big sharp guy
Yeah.
is new, huh? Like,
That's
is he
the-
even?
Yeah, that's the Grand Mantis. It's kind of the most powerful enemy in the sewers, and it's the card that I was going for a bunch during the Triple Triad episode.
The sharp spikes or whatever.
Refines into sharp spikes, and I think we're gonna get a sharp spike if we can kill this guy.
So, do you only see these in the stairwell, or are they?
I don't know. I had that same thought.
I don't remember this thing at all. I mean, I don't remember any of the sequence. So
Yeah. I don't think you are guaranteed to find one. I think you can go through this whole sequence without finding one. Also, he's got a lot of hit points, turns
sure
out.
does, huh?
Yeah.
Jeez. Zella's having a hell of a time with that little thing.
Yeah.
It's-
I don't want them to counterattack though, so I keep hitting them with
Right.
with fists, but they're
I think that's the riddle with those guys, right? Is they
Yep.
have a high evasion, but
Yep.
so they almost like dare you to use magic on them.
yes, yep. 35 damage. Oh, Quistis, you're not equipped for this. This is so strange. What a strange
Oh.
attack.
Why would a melting bubble make you quiet?
Oh, my lips are because your fucking lips are melted together. Oh.
Well.
God. Another good animation though. Look at the way it moves. It's got a real.
Oh, if
got
you
a real-
target Zell with that.
Yeah, she's fine.
Jeez, this thing does have a lot of life, huh? I feel like most of the dungeons in this game, there has been like a mini boss.
Yes.
There's like a monster just wandering around that is
I
way
think-
more dangerous than everything else.
I think that's the design. I think that's the idea. And they drop good stuff. And they give you lots of AP, so it's kind of fine.
Man, I genuinely had no idea Selfie had access to Meteor in her limit. So
Yeah.
what you were saying earlier about Irvin's limit, I have the same experience with Selfie because I never used her. So
Oh, I
I've seen
often,
her limit half a dozen times.
Oh, I often lean
And
on
half of those times
hers.
have been in this playthrough.
Yeah, I often lean on hers because you can get like she has the full cure effect
Yeah.
right from the beginning of the game. She has full cure. Also, wall is really powerful.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Get some sharp items.
Also a full level of experience.
There it is.
8 AP. 8. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I think I made the right choice. Because Selfie is going to be our heavy hitter mage. So you want to give her that magic plus 20%.
Yeah.
This kind of doesn't do anything, at least at this point in the game, because you can buy as many echo screens as you want. So there's also an element of good game, good level design here, where you go through this maze and it actually loops you back to the beginning, but then you unlock the thing to go straight to the end. So then there's a big loop, but you've connected the very beginning of the maze to the very end of the maze. It's something they did in Skyrim all the time. Very many of the Skyrim dungeons have a secret passage that you can only open at the end that takes you straight back to the entrance. But yeah, it was neat for me to recognize that they were doing that here. It's a particularly nice sewer. It's actually more like an aqueduct than a sewer. Like, this is not full of sewage.
Right.
And for some reason, they're using it to create power?
Right. Because
Like-
there's water wheels.
What are these water wheels doing? I mean, it could be like a legacy system of some... from when this civilization went through its machine age.
So this team's job is to start up the carousel thing, right?
They actually don't start the carousel. That's automated. It's like a giant cuckoo clock.
That's right.
What they're doing is they're going to drop the gates to trap the sorceress.
That's right. So they can take the shot from the clock.
Right.
Here we
This is another screen that looks really very much like Myst.
go. Yes.
It's got that.
Ew, we just made it.
Windows and levers.
Oh, I didn't talk about the dancers. We'll have to come back to that.
Love those pants.
What?
Instructor, now! Hit the switch!
She is genuinely surprised there, which I think is interesting.
Yeah, I think a lot of Final Fantasy villains fall into the trap of
Urban
being like
Kinass.
too smug.
I'm
Yeah, sure.
I can't do it. I always choke like this. I try to act all cool and joke around, but I can't handle the pressure. Forget it. Just shoot. My bullet, sorceress. I'll go down in history. I'd change the history of Galbadia, of the world. It's all too much. Enough. Just shoot. I can't, damn it. Irvin, calm down. Everyone's waiting on you. I don't care if you miss. Whatever happens, just leave the rest to us. Just think of it as a signal, a sign for us to make our move. It's just a signal.
He is a good leader.
He is. That's the struggle, right?
Please.
This is so good.
Just a sign. I'm sorry. It's okay. Your aim was perfect. Just leave the rest up to me. I'm going for the sorceress, Irvin, Renoir. Just be ready to back me up.
This is gonna get ugly.
Yeah, you know it's gonna get ugly when they give you a junction screen in the middle of the story.
I mean, this is the like act boss, right? Like everything up to this point has been kind of funneled into this confrontation. So
you remember when I said earlier that it's funny how they're really careful about climbing up the crates? Why aren't they jumping around and doing backflips and shit? And then Squall's like, oh no, I can do that stuff.
oh yeah, I'm making up for lost time. I'm gonna James Bond this car.
Holy shit. It's a cool car too. Bam. Music gets really MIDI right here. Which is a little sad, but we'll forgive it.
Well, this is how it all turned out. So you become the sorceress's lapdog? I prefer to be called her knight. This has always been my dream.
I think I missed the tone right there, but...
Oh, it's right. It's 1v1.
Squall,
Yep.
you're mine.
It's not too bad.
Um,
Surely that's all he'll do.
So one of the... Yeah, right. So one of the interesting mechanics of this game is that the enemies level with you. So as you gain experience points, they also get more powerful, right?
You thought I was dead, huh? Not until I fulfill my dream.
But there are certain bosses that are not leveled. They are static. And the idea was that you couldn't go through at level 1 and beat the game. You'd have to level at least a little bit, just enough to beat the next boss. Thing is, if you've done extra leveling, the bosses are a little easy. So I think that's part of why I'm.
You're losing it, Cypher. Ah, a seed. Planted in a run-down garden.
I was gonna say, this is where he's gonna need backup.
I can fight if I'm with you. That's why I'm here. I have to redeem myself. Ah, the accursed seed.
Yikes.
Yeah, she's a real flamethrower.
Jeez, he's carrying double.
Yeah. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts real bad.
Is Carbuncle reflect in this game?
I think it's actually reflect and protect.
God, that's pretty rad. Yeah, we haven't seen reflect yet, but it is a game changer because especially in this battle, but in general, it flips what you have to do to heal yourself. Because most of the time you heal yourself, it's with magic, but as we'll see pretty soon here, reflect isn't smart. It will just kind of it'll just bounce everything. So
yeah. Also, he's an adorable Pokemon who lives in the ground, apparently. Yeah, there's a trick in this game where you can get a spell can only reflect once. So if the enemy has reflect on and you want to hit him with a spell, you reflect yourself and then cast the spell on yourself. It'll bounce off you and hit them.
Right. Oh, I see. She's smart, so she's gonna.
Yeah.
You haven't really seen Dispel needed up to this point.
Right.
Dispel cancels like beneficial status effects like Reflect. Whereas Asuna gets rid of things like poison and
Yeah.
silence. I love this animation too. We saw it before, but
paper, rock, scissors. Yeah.
there's even the cartoon sound effects.
I like the way his jaw just drops when he realizes he's lost. Just blah.
Yeah, so those little those like lizard things must have been weak against that because that was
Yeah.
that wasn't close to the same result.
Yeah.
This is good though because if you just keep spamming Carbuncle, then she'll just waste all of her actions on Dispel.
Yes. Yeah, and because she does them one at a time, so it occupies 3 of her turns.
Yeah.
And then she starts firing again. And she moves a lot quicker than the characters do. She moves like twice as fast as any one character, I think.
Yeah, I mean, this is the second time in a row we've seen like a really good return on a GF. Like,
Yeah, right.
it's a really just tight design. It's literally really well thought out. A lot of RPGs, they have so many mechanics. The games are so long, especially the ones that are kind of open world. There's not as much deliberate thought about progression and like things reacting to things that happened before.
It's also it's also teaching. This is kind of all one big tutorial, right? Because this is the first time you've had access to reflect in the game. So you have to play with it and you have to futz with it. I know how reflect works in this game, so I don't have to. But as a new player, it's all new, and this gives you an opportunity. I mean, maybe you shouldn't be doing that in the high stakes boss battle, but fuck it, I think it's great.
I think it's potentially a disaster because you're making the player like learn this lesson in the most climactic battle so far in the game. But if anything, if they pull it off, it makes it a lot more exciting, more dramatic, I guess. It's like really pull this out in the middle of this like really high stakes confrontation.
I also don't mind if you're expected to die the first time you get here. I don't like bosses where you die over and over again because they're just too hard. But I do enjoy bosses where you go into it thinking you know what's going to happen, you get your ass kicked, and then you retool a little bit and you figure something out and you go back and you win. So I would be fine with this being that kind of battle, especially because the save point is right before here.
I mean, that's most of how people learn in general.
Yeah.
You know, is by doing something and often failing.
Yes.
You know, like failing isn't always like, oh well, that was a complete disaster. It's often like, okay, that didn't go quite the way I expected, and the next time will be better. You know.
That was the theme of the Rian Johnson Star Wars movie. Yoda even says it. Failure, the greatest teacher is. We haven't talked much about boost, because I don't really feel like using boost in this game very much. I don't think it's going to add to the experience of the viewer, and I don't really need the extra 10% of damage. But that animation's real long, and during the animation, if the GF has boost, you can mash a button. You start at 75% damage, and then you get up to 100, and then you keep going, and then the GF is doing extra damage. So that whole thing with the rock, paper, scissors is this extra long chunk of time where you can boost your ability. In Carbuncle, there's no way to boost him because he doesn't do damage. So he has a nice short animation, which I appreciate.
Oh man.
Yep.
So it should be noted here, you haven't even had to cure anybody yet.
Really? I didn't notice that. I think Irvin took a potion at the very beginning of the combat.
It's basically her taking a turn off.
Yeah. When I saw the title, the little banner that says Astral Punch, I was like, oh shit. And I like physically braced myself. And then she doinks him for 30 damage. Do it. Do it.
Impudent seeds.
Oh man. That sound editing's so good.
This is so nice, right? She's got those sorceress eyes.
And that's the end of the game. So
We lost. Yay. Oh boy, yeah, no, that is the end of disc 1. I think that's the end of our episode. So I want to thank Chris for being here. I want to thank you all for joining. I just need to take a breather after that one. I gotta calm down.
Yeah, that's a good act break. That's a good one.
Is he dead? Did they kill the main character? Because in 7, they killed a main character at the end of disc 1. Don't worry, we'll find out real soon. All right, thanks everybody.